So for today's narrative, the start of today's narrative campaign, featuring the Order of the Esper of the Grey Knights, their first opponent will be the Infernal Host. So leading the Infernal Host will be the infamous Mortimer. His psychic power is going to be Hysterical Frenzy, which allows him to fight again in the psychic phase. We have the Tzeentch Demon Princess, which was so generously gifted to me on my birthday by my coworkers, who has Boon of Change. And that will give a unit either +1 to attack, +1 to strength, or +1 to toughness. We have a Demon Prince of Khorne, and all of them would be effectively armed with axes. We have Scabby Thrax, the Bloated. He will be my Lord of War, and he has fleshy abundance, which allows him to regenerate, and Miasma of Pestilence, which once it goes off makes him harder to target. We have 3 units of troops. These are all blood letters, armed with their infamous black blades. So when they are charged, they get +1 to attack and +1 to strength. We have the Daemonettes of Slaanesh that have Quicksilver speed, which means that basically they can almost always attack first. And the Pink Horrors of Tzeentch, which throw balls of warping flame. We have 3 units of Screamers here in the background. So this represents about almost 2,000 points of Chaos Demons.
So starting in the middle here, that's my Warlord. That's my Grandmaster. He's got Warlord trait first, the Frey re-rolling assaults within 6 inches of him. He's got the Destroyer of Chrysalix, which is a upgraded hammer, which is a flat 4 damage. Next to him is the other HQ, the Brother Captain. He doubles the range of Smite within 6 inches. He's got Power Sanctuary, so improving invul staves. And he's basically just got a Force Sword. Troops choices. I have 3 strike squads. All falchions apart from one's got a hammer. Pretty much everything stays WYSIWYG while I'm learning. Moving into this one, elites. I've got Dreadnought. He's got Gate of Infinity, so you can move around the battlefield. Dreadnought close combat weapon, heavy plasma, and a Stormbolter. Heavy support. I've got 2 heavy support. I've got the Dreadnought in the back here. He has the Nemesis Greatsword, heavy incinerator, heavy side cannon, and he's got a teleport, so you can teleport in. Then I have my Pegasus squad with 4 side cannons, so they're all heavy 4, strength 7, AP -1, 1 damage, and then in the background there, the dedicated transport of the Razorback with last cannons. Finishing off this part is the Flyer. The Stormraven gunship, which is very nice to let me borrow. It's a little bit red. This has got 2 Storm Strike heavy missile launchers, twin heavy bolters, twin heavy plasma cannon, and that's what that one's got there. And that one can take some of the troops and the Dreadnought. And then my squad of elites, led by the Librarian. So he has the second relic. So he's got the Stormbolter called Fury of Deimos, which gives him Rapid Fire 3, Strength 5 AP -1. And he's got an Apothecary, the Paladin Ancient with his banner that gives me some extra buffs. And then the Paladin squad, 5-man Paladin squad. They're improved Terminators, they get extra attacks. And the Justica Paragon hits on 2s when he assaults, or when he's in combat. And they've all got various, they're all HQ, or they're all Psychers, they've all got various powers to help buff each other and do attacks and move around the battlefield. We'll use them as we come across them.
So now both armies have set up, and the Grey Knights will go first. So the story is that an ancient artifact from the Grey Knights' history has been found upon this blasted, ruined planet, this infernal planet. And with its storied history, it would be a tragedy if the blade, Durandal, was not returned to the chapter armory. Unfortunately, a demonic presence has been detected within, and before it can be teleported back up to their waiting battleship, the Vigilant Paladin, the demon within the sword Durandal must be exorcised. So, can the Grey Knights hold out as the sword is going through the exorcism ritual before the infernal host comes upon them? So, yeah, so right now there is a force field beginning from this point here with this crate, running all the way up to this pylon. There's a breach of 6 inches between pylon to pylon. This is the only point that demons can come in. They cannot teleport in. And the force field extends from here again, all the way through to this pylon. There's another breach here. These breaches caused by suicidal cultists and their melta-bombs. And then the force field extends from here through the Manufactorum, all the way to the edge of the board. Alright, so we're going to film. It's going to be Battle Round 1, Grey Knights, turn 1. At the end of Grey Knights, Order of the Esper, turn 1, the Storm Raven has flown. It has a device somewhere mounted in it that matches the frequency of the shield wall, so it allows it to fly right through. It came by and with plasma as well as heavy bolters, sponsons, it took out more than half of this unit of Daemonettes. And it shot some missiles at Scabythrax. There was some shooting from Icarus las cannon positions there and there, which tried to injure Scabythrax, but he remains so far unwounded. The quad gun mounted on that bastion fired all the way across and wounded one of the screamers of Tzeentch. So the battlefield is as such. And a Grey Knight Terminator squad is getting ready to hold the breach. So, Chaos Demons, Infernal Host, upcoming turn 1. So this is the end of Battle Round 2, Chaos Demons, Infernal Host, turn 1 actually. We're going to be starting Battle Round 2. So the Khorne forces have all advanced up here. Scabythrax also has advanced. The Screamers, true to their names, screamed up into the board. This unit of Screamers advanced. These two moved and assaulted, along with the Demon Prince and the Demon Princess, and it was Mortimer, you will note, dealt a fatal blow to the Storm Raven, causing it to disgorge its passenger, the Dreadnought in that position. And despite a hellacious amount of shooting, none of the Grey Knights were felled here except for one from a psychic power, Smite from Scabythrax. So the battlefield is as such, beginning Battle Round 2, Order of the Esper, Grey Knights. It's the end of Order of the Esper, turn 2. The thin grey line holds an incredible amount of withering firepower has rained down upon the demons, and you can see the bloodletters greatly reduced on this flank of the battlefield, and here as well there are no more Daemonettes and no more Pink Horrors. This unit of Screamers that had been there in those ruins had been banished back to the warp. The Dreadnought challenged Mortimer to his sorrow, and a Nemesis, Dread Knight, dramatically teleported here and charged the monstrosity of Scabythrax. And incredibly bad rolling, and Scabythrax dispatched him in return. So the battle is as we see it here. So it's going to be Infernal Host, turn 2.